You know, this was me for the longest time. If we see this woman here, she doesn't have an identity. She has a block on her head that says ego, super ego ID. There we go. She's going to go in the background now. That was basically me because I was trapped in the ego and I thought I wasn't. I thought I wasn't, but I was. Because I practice mindfulness. I practice meditation. I do these things and I thought, ego, okay. I'm able to differentiate it. I'm able to understand it. I'm not connected to my ego. I was very wrong. Because I realized there were plenty of moments in my life, especially during intense moments of negativity, that it was all ego. Ego talking, ego wanting this, ego wanting that, ego feeling these emotions, all that sort of stuff. And that's when I realized, that's when I slipped out of connection with my true self, who I truly am. And it would be this constant cycle. That's how it would be. It would kind of be like a roller coaster. I would feel very connected to who I truly am, and the ego doesn't have much control, and then something bad happens, and I go down and down, and then I'm just living in the ego. Just focus on the ego. I want this, I want that. I don't have this, I don't have that. How can I have that? It's just this endless cycle. And then I would go back up, feel good again, and then just go back down. All these wants and needs would come to the surface. The need for approval, the need for success, the need for love and attention from other people, wanting all these things. That's what I wanted deep down, right? So I was focused on them. It's like the ego doesn't have those things. It's not able to thrive. It's not able to be the best version of itself. And it wants those things. It needs those things. And becomes very lonely, very upset, very just sad. And it wants control over those things. Not only does it want them, it wants control over them. Some days I would feel so bad, so lonely, and then others I would feel perfectly fine. It didn't make sense. It really didn't. These fluctuating emotions like this, where I would be up here feeling great and amazing, and sometimes within the same day, I would go down so bad and feel so bad and be like, I just have nothing. I have nothing. It's a very sad thing that I was going through, because I couldn't really differentiate during that period of my life. I wanted things to be a certain way. It's like I have to be in control of this, but it wasn't me, it was my ego. My ego had to be in control. It was basically saying, this is what I want. This is the way that I want it. And if it doesn't turn out this way, it will be very upsetting. And of course, it never turns out the way that you expect it to be. It never does. It never does. And yet, I was trying to force something to happen. I was trying to force some sort of outcome. Trying to force things to be a certain way. And by me, I mean my ego was. My ego was trying to force it. And when it didn't happen the way that my ego wanted it to happen, it would get upset. Something much better could have happened, and it wouldn't be upset because it wanted things to be this way. So what was the solution to all this? How did I get my way out of it? Well, I began to really question a lot. Where was this thought coming from? It's like, okay, I feel this deep loneliness. Where is this thought coming from? Okay, this sadness and this loneliness is because I feel as though no one cares about me. No one likes me. No one loves me. No one cares at all. I could disappear off the face of the earth and no one would even notice. I would just be going like, wasn't there some I don't know. It kind of feels like something's missing, but I maybe not. That's kind of how I felt. It was just awful. Because the ego wants recognition, of course, right? The ego wants to be known. The ego wants praise. The ego wants other people to say compliments, say nice things, to be recognized. So I realized that's the ego talking. That is the ego. Other insecurities that I had, ego. Ego. So every single thought that would come to my mind, I would begin to think, this is ego. Is it really aligned with my true self? Am I doing this action because it's meaningful for me? Or is it because it's going to cause something? Cause some sort of outcome, some sort of positive outcome for my ego? I was trying to control the outcome, trying to force an outcome. That's also how I could tell it was ego. Thinking. The ego wants things to be this way. That's ego. Ego. I was realizing that. Ego. And I would always ask, how can I strive to be my best? And is the things that I'm doing actually working? Because if I'm putting this time and energy into progress and growth, it doesn't matter if it's not working. If the effort that I'm putting into something is actually not working in my favor in any sort of way, then it's really not the best for me now, is it? No, it's not. It's not really growth. Another thing that was very beneficial for me is when these emotions would come up, I would sit with those emotions. Negative emotions, negative feelings, crying. I would do a meditation and just sit with those emotions for a little bit. This is something that is still very, very hard to do. But I would sit with the emotions instead of them controlling me. So before, a negative thought would come up and I would try to escape from it. Oh, let me just work on something else. Let me just distract myself. No, I want to sit with those emotions now and feel them. I want to be able to feel those intense emotions and cry and just get them all out so I can heal. Because if I just keep distracting myself from them, it doesn't result in anything productive. Now, does it? Even with indecision, there'd be plenty of times that I felt so indecisive, like I don't know what to do. Where do I go from here? What do? I feel so lost and confused because when the ego likes to be in control, it wants to have an answer. So it tries to find an answer no matter how ridiculous that answer is or how, misaligned it is with who you truly are. So with indecision, instead of taking an action real quick, really brash, I would pause for a moment and just wait. Wait for the opportunity to present itself. And meditation really helped with this as well because it helped me realize multiple sides to this decision that I need to make. So that was multiple ways of how I really dealt with the ego. It was a very difficult thing dealing with this, and it's still something that you will battle with every day because your ego is always part of you. And I think to some degree, you trying to get control over it is still the ego. But you just kind of bypass all that and you realize, what is the ego saying? What is the ego doing? And just connect with your true self. Where are your true thoughts coming from? And then things will begin to be a lot more efficient in your life. So hopefully this was helpful for you and you got something out of it. Thank you so much for watching.